Oh, here comes all my wall insulation. Sweet. Well, it is not warm in here today. Not at all. Got a little bit of snow out going on outside. See some water on the floor. It's because there was this is all filled now. Okay, so we're waiting for the plumbing inspector. This had to be all filled. And when I mean all this, I mean the drain waste vent. And you have to fill it basically till it comes out the roof. But the upstairs toilet flange there's a plug or a cap and it's slowly leaking. And if I don't catch it at time, it drips down there. But that's the only leak, so really that's not a big deal. And it was filled in from the basement. So I'll show you here. Well, it's kind of warm down here, which is good. So this is for the kitchen island. This is all full. There's the waste water heat recovery unit. It's obviously all full. So everything, this black pipe is full. And it got filled from this garden hose out the window to the neighbor's house. And right up there, that's how it got filled. So once it, I've already got it going over towards the drain somewhere, so once it passes inspection, I can drain it out. So that's what we're waiting for now. And while that's going on, you can see all the PEX lines are ran. It just needs to be tied into the meter and the water heater, and that's about it. Otherwise, plumbing's pretty much complete. And right now, work on the panels going on, a couple extra circuits added. Slowly, more and more circuits will be added here throughout the day. So the electrical, I'm thinking, will probably take about a week. There's lots and lots of plugs and outlets in this house, or plugs and lights in this house. So that's all going in. You can see the front here started. I can get the electrical inspected hopefully by the end of next week, and then I can start. I have framing inspection tomorrow, and then I can start insulating vapor barrier, and then this place won't be so cold to work in. It is a little bit miserable out. You can see it's coming down nice, heavy flakes, snow, and the ground is frozen stiff. All right, it's a Sunday and I'm here getting the wiring done because we now have snow and it is cold in here. So where did I leave off in the last update? Because I've just been really busting ass to get this done. I passed framing inspection, passed plumbing inspection. They're hung up on the wall. They're all proud. Look at this big 5-gang box up in here. Big dirty. And an outlet over here for the coffee bar area. A switch for the under-over cabinet lighting. A couple wafer lights. Of course, the regular outlets you need in and around the place. That's a refrigerator outlet, the countertop outlet, the microwave outlet, 2 more countertop outlets, and another switch that controls that one up there for low voltage over cabinet lighting. And you see these are for the recessed light modules up on that LVL. There's one more over here. So there's gonna be 4 recessed lights total up in the kitchen area, kind of between the island and the cabinets. And then there's 3 pendant lights up here above the island area. And of course, switches for those. Switches here in the front for all that. 1 outlet for the porch. And then 6 more of these recessed wafer module for the living room area. We require, at least here, there needs to be a outlet receptacle on each deck, and the front one is included because it's big enough that you could put a chair or a table up there. So it needs one, and then one for plugging in your vehicle block heater because of our climate. And so that still needs to be done. The basement is more or less wired up. A couple outlets need to go down there. I just need to do these 2 rooms here tomorrow, and then hopefully Tuesday, Wednesday, finish the 2nd floor, and then this wiring rough-in's done. I can call for inspection. Now, as with the city, I'm good to go on insulation and vapor barrier, which is probably a good thing because of this cold, blowing snow, freezing in here. So I can do my insulation and vapor barrier, but I have to wait until my electrical passes rough-in, obviously, because that insulation vapor will cover that up. So hopefully by the end of next week, I have a pass on the electrical, and I can make progress on insulation and vapor barrier. So the electrical inspector was just here and passed the works. That was done. So I'm good to go on to insulation now. Insulation. So you can see the panel's all fully populated. This is a little list here. I can take that down now. That was just for my circuits. But I've properly labeled the cover with the label maker. So that's all done. Finally, some warm days. It's about 0 degrees Celsius outside. So it's a great day to be doing insulation. So at this point now, everything's passed. Framing's passed, electrical's passed, plumbing's passed, and this is what we move on to next, is the vapor barrier. So what's happening here is the vapor barrier is getting run on the ceiling, down the exterior walls, at least a little bit. Okay, you can see here it's only down just a couple inches onto the plate, just depending where it ended up. And then it gets taped to the ones that go in behind the framing that I did before. So that happened all at the top here. So I'm just finishing the ceiling now in the stairwell, which is a bit of a reach around. This is done. In here, storage room, small bedroom, both closets, master bedroom. So all I have left to do after that is just a little bit here in the hall and the bathroom. Everyone, we're insulated on the second floor. It went pretty quick. Took about an hour, maybe a little less, but pretty quick. And worked out nice. So that's all done. It's amazing. It already feels a lot better in here, and now I want to get the plastic up on there to really get everything sealed up. So I'm going to start now and put the vapor up. I'm making pretty good progress here with the pink stuff. I'm not gonna lie, it is fairly time consuming because of these 12-inch centers and the odd thing like that. And that's basically like an old stud that was hacked off from, I guess, whatever window used to be there. And it's all nailed through the sheathing, and I didn't want to take it off because then the sheathing would have no nails basically in that whole bottom area. So it just stays. So anyway, all I have left to do here is this, and that's it. And then vapor this whole thing. So I'm gonna get that done today before I go. This is all vapored. It's having a hard time with the light in here. This is all has vapor on it. It's taped to the top. The seams are taped, but it's not acoustic sealed or trimmed to the floor yet, and the windows and outlet and switch boxes aren't punched through and taped off yet. So we got this going on this morning. Let's go in and check it out. Well, these guys were just finishing as I pulled up. It was pretty fast. So that's kind of what they do there. Get a pretty good idea. Yeah, so they did around the whole main floor and the whole basement. Basement's a little dark right now to get video. Yeah, she's all sealed up tight. Tight. So that's awesome. So now insulate the basement and get the attics done, and I'm in good shape. Blowing some insulation today. Lots of it. Blowing in. I got the feed gate open on the thing about as much as we'll reasonably handle to blow it in as fast as possible, but it's still slow. I keep taking measurements once in a while to make sure I'm up to the right amount. Still have all this to go. So I'm just gonna keep going. 18 inches of this stuff through this whole attic. But it is going to be insulated. Wow. I'm probably about half done here. I'm up to my attic access hatch, just about. And I'm gonna stop blowing. And I'm gonna leave this one empty, and the ones around it empty. And I'm gonna put fiberglass in there, and I'm gonna stack it up a little higher than the blown in, and it'll hold it in. And then I just gotta go over here and cover all these beautiful pipes and all that on this other side. But starting to get a little cramped up here. It's just slow. It's probably been about 35-45 minutes. So once I get this right up to 18 inches in here, in this middle part, which is right like that all the way along, it's pretty much perfect. Once I get up to that, I'm gonna take a little break and stretch. All right. Yeah. This is good. Attic access hatch just temporarily insulated up. Gonna run a heater up here tonight, dry this place out a little, and have quite minimal heat loss, which is nice. So same thing here. I've just got temporary stuff here, but you see the moisture on here. It's pretty humid. The wood's all drying out. And good news, 100 psi. I passed a plumbing inspection today, so that's a good thing. And plumbing inspector came, passed that, and should have temporary water hooked up tomorrow.